I think throughout the season, we just got to play basketball. Listen to what Coach Adams says. So at the start of the game, we were a little rusty, but we got back into gear, I think.
Yeah, like you said, a little bit of Christmas break rush. We came back, had 2 days to get after it with each other, and come in and played a solid team, Alabama State. We're going to make mistakes, and, we're going to correct them coming to the Big 12.
Down 12-10, you guys went, I think, on a 19-3 run. That really turned around in your favor, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Why?
We just stayed the course. It was a long game, 12-10. We're not really worried about that right now because, we still had a whole another second half. We just kept playing, kept listening to Coach Adams, and, continue to do what we do.
I kept listening to all my positive comments I was making during those timeouts.
Yeah, I think it was more we were trying to figure out their defenses because they were changing it a lot too. So me, myself, Kevin, Davion, we were trying to figure out what offense would work better when they'll switch from man to zone back to man and stuff like that. So with Coach Adams' help and all his positive comments, we got it through.
Thanks, Adonis.
You guys, just with the postponement of the Oklahoma State game, does that kind of how do you kind of view that postponement as more of a time to focus on conference play or more of a time to get a little bit more rest, or how do you kind of see that delay?
I think with COVID and all the things that's going on with games that might get postponed and stuff, I just think it's the next game up. Oklahoma State was unfortunate or whatever, but I just think it's the next game we got to prepare for, Iowa State. So taking it one day at a time, one practice at a time, listening to our head coach and being together as a brotherhood, I think that's the best thing for us.
Yeah, just like Adonis said, we on to the next game. Oklahoma State game's canceled, ready to play Iowa State. Give us more time to prepare for them, and it does give us more time to get our bodies back to compete in the Big 12.
And sticking with both of you, just from the beginning up until now, how's this team kind of progressed? What's the biggest takeaway y'all took away from that non-conference season?
I think it's just playing together more, sharing the ball, hitting the open man, and just being together as like a brotherhood. Because off the court, we're all super cool, tight with each other. So I just think that's coming onto the court even more, and it's starting to show with the ball movement and just belief in each other, handshakes, and all things that go into basketball and playing it.
I'd say just the potential of this team. We're not at our peak right now, and I don't think we should be right now because, it's a long season. I think by each game we're going to get better. Each practice we're going to get better. So by the time, mid-season of Big 12 and come March, I think we're going to be at our highest peak.
Who won the best hairstyle today between you two?
Davion got me beat, man. He got the whole head, double ponytail. Yeah, he beat me.
Hey, this is my brother, so you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Any other questions for the players? Right on. Last one, so we'll let them get back.
Yeah, both of you guys, was there anything specific y'all changed with the defense, or was it just a matter of having more success with it when y'all had that run there in the first half?
I just think it was just trying to just figure out what defense they were in. They would zone for a little bit, then they'll go back to man. They'll do a soft press. So I just think me, Kevin, Davion, Clarence, just noticing what defense they're in and getting into our offense quickly, I think that's what helped us throughout the game.
Yeah, I think, we got out of playing our press a little bit, and, when we played our press, it worked for us. So at times we would get out of it, and they would execute when we get out of it. But when we stayed in the press, I think that's where we was at our best at on defense today.
Was there anything specific you changed, when it was about 12-12, or was it just a matter of, the defense?
Yeah, we changed lineups. We put our second group in, and they got us going. Our first group was out there. They were lethargic, and we didn't think we're getting us the effort we needed, and had several turnovers, and so we put that other group in, and they got us. They got us started, got momentum going, and we just played off that. So, we always talk about the most aggressive team wins, and we weren't at the start of the game. So I was really pleased to see the effort from Clarence and Daniel. Both those guys have made some big plays for us and Marcus. So it's nice to have guys that can come off the bench and give you a spark.
I know you're disappointed about the postponement of the game on Saturday, but there's nothing you can do to control that. As you get ready to play in what arguably is probably the best men's basketball conference in the nation, what do you look forward to this 8-day layoff before you go on the road
That's
at
what I was
Iowa
going to try to
State?
enjoy this game for a little bit without that question. But, yeah, we were disappointed. And, certainly our sympathy goes out to Oklahoma State, and looks like that, we're going to see a lot more cancellations as we move forward with this COVID. It seems to be much more contagious than the first round. Thank goodness it's not as severe, but we are going to have to take precautions, and so I think there'll be a lot more changes. And we can only control what we can control, and that means just stay focused on today and the team that we're going to play next. And we assume it's going to be, Iowa State, and that could even change. So we'll just keep working day to day, but it'll give us a little more chance or a little more opportunity to look at ourselves and try to get ready not only for Iowa State but get ready for the Big 12. So things like cutting down on turnovers, working against attacking the zone, and some of those things. But Iowa State's going to be really tough. It's an unbelievable place to play up there, and they got a great program, great team. Yeah, we've got Baylor and after that, or Kansas after that, and Baylor. So the top 3 teams all ranked in the top 10. So we got a work cut out for us, but we're excited about the opportunity.
Daniel's really starting to develop a lot. He had 9 boards tonight. The future is just ahead of him. Is that correct?
No doubt, and just he gets in the game, and he changes the game with his length and his athleticism, and again he's got great timing on blocking shots, and smart player, and I think we're starting to see his offense improve each game. So he's certainly going to be a great player here at Texas Tech, and is going to continue to improve this year, and we're excited about him playing in the Big 12.
Coach, could you talk about the fact that you played zone pressure and trap and zone pressure pretty much the entire game? Was that the plan coming in?
Well, this team that we played, Alabama State, y'all look at their resume. They played Iowa State very close, and they played Texas close until I think both teams got away from about the last 5 or 6 minutes. So we wanted to put some pressure on them in the backcourt, because one of the things they do extremely well is push the ball in transition. So we just felt like that was the best way to do it. And I think that's really, even though offense wasn't clicking, we were able to score off our defense. And I think that was one of the biggest reasons it wasn't a closer game. I thought the press worked very well the entire game. So we'll continue using that from time to time.
And if y'all had really needed him, could Terrence have played today?
I don't know. It's a great question. I'd have to yield to our trainer on that. But I just, he's here and he's still going through some rehab. So we'll, it's still a day-to-day situation for him.
Coach, Kevin only played 5 minutes that first half. Just your thoughts on his game?
Well, Kevin didn't get off to a really good start, and we use the games a lot of time as teaching moments, and so we were just we do that a lot of the guys because we don't have as much practice time. So guys aren't doing real well or need to kind of sit and think about things from the execution. So it was an opportunity for him to learn a little bit about himself and what we wanted that first half. But he, KO's fine, and it's just one of these games. He's, just a poor shooting night. You don't see that happen to him very often. And every time he shoots, you think it's going in. And I know he was a little bit frustrated. But again, same thing. We tell our whole team, tell KO, there's more to it than just scoring. And you can contribute a lot of other ways on the defensive end and blocking out and rebounding. And so, and he's learning as the rest of our guys are.
We saw Sidar there at the end,
Yeah.
2 3-pointers.
Well, that's what he does. He's a great three-point shooter, so it's nice to have a guy that you can bring off the bench, and get you some points, and I thought he was great. That's a lot of pressure when he come in and hadn't had many minutes, and I was really proud of him to step up and hit those threes.